Hey guys, today we're showing you how to do wire wall photography on a DSLR camera using long exposure. You're going to need to know a few things before we get started, such as how to set your ISO, shutter speed and aperture. So let's jump right in and have a look. Shutter speeds on cameras simply determine how many seconds the camera is exposing the sensor to light. In this example, we want the shutter open for 12 seconds to allow the camera to capture enough light from the wire wall spinning around. The longer the shutter is open, the more motion blur effect you will have. ISO on cameras stands for International Standards Organization. It's a standardized industry scale for measuring light. In this particular example, we're going to want an ISO of 200. ISO, in short and sweet terms, is the amount of light that gets through to the camera lens itself. Aperture is another way of measuring light, but has a direct effect on the depth of field of your image. The higher the f number, the more the background will be blurred. In this example, we're going to use f9.1, but it's up to you what you choose when you shoot. Okay, so we're just in B&Q. You can come to any home retailer store for this. What we're looking for is steel wire wall. So we're just going to take a look at some now. You're looking for medium strength steel wool or fine strength steel wool. It will look a little bit like this. And this is essentially scouring pads that you use for washing up, that's all it is. It's flammable, so that's what you're looking for. Online they recommend grade 1, but to be honest, if you're not a professional, it doesn't really matter too much because it doesn't actually state the grade on the back anyway. These cost about £2 or £3, so yeah, that's all you need for now. Okay, so now we need to find some rope. This can be any old sort of elastic rope, anything that's stretchy and flexible. It looks like we've got some here. This is about £5. This is actually a bungee rope by the looks of things. Let's take a look now. Okay, so the top of this rope needs to have some sort of hook there. I'm not sure if you can see this through the packaging. Here we go. There's 2 hooks there. So that's what you'll need. Any old flexible rope will do, to be honest, as long as it's flexible. This is going to be used for actually spinning the whisk round and the whole set. So next, we just need to take a look at finding some tape. Okay, so the last thing we're going to need is a whisk. It does need to be a metal whisk because there's going to be fire in here, so it needs to be able to withstand the fire and not melt. It does need to have some sort of hook on the end as well, like that, so you can put the hook from the bungee cord in. And then you're going to need some tape as well to put the tape over the end of the whisk itself. So that's what you need. So you'll need to do a bit of DIY here. Simply use the hook on the end of the bungee cord and attach it to the whisk. Use a bit of tape to make sure it's held in place and you're good to go. It's that easy. Insert the wire wool into the end of the whisk and pack plenty in there. After it burns, it will be completely gone from the whisk, so use as much as you need to use. Now that's done, let's go out and give it a go. I advise your assistant who's going to be using this to wear a hood and have some gloves to protect from burns. So when you go out and shoot, the whole thing can be over within 10 seconds. That's why I recommended putting the shutter speed to 12 seconds. Here you can see it's over just like that. Let's take a look at it in slow motion so you can see what really happens with the sparks. Now let's take a look at the pictures they produced. You can see here from the long exposure the sparks extending through the sky and how wonderful the image looks overall. You can also take this to the next level by walking whilst you're spinning the wool, and that produces a trail effect such as you see here. Of course, the longer you set the shutter speed, the more light will get in the lens, allowing you to do a longer walk.